Are you, or a loved one, worried about slipping or falling? It's a real concern that sits in the back of the minds of millions. Falls are actually the leading cause of injury for adults over 65, but a simple, powerful change can make all the difference. Your shoes. I've seen firsthand how the right footwear can be a genuine lifesaver. It's probably the single most impactful piece of equipment you can use to protect your independence and your health. In this video, I'm not just going to give you a few tips. I'm giving you the definitive footwear checklist. We're going to go through every single detail, piece by piece, so by the end, you'll have the confidence and knowledge to walk into any shoe store or even just your own closet and know with absolute certainty what's safe and what's a hazard. We're going to empower you to find stability and, once and for all, say goodbye to slips for good. Before we get to our checklist, I want to take a moment to really understand why we're here. Why is this topic so important? We hear that falls are common among older adults, but it's hard to grasp the sheer scale and the very real consequences of that simple statement. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 1 out of 4 older adults reports falling each year. That's over 14 million people saying they've had a fall, and that's just the ones who report it. We know many falls go unreported, so the true number is likely much higher, and the trend is getting worse. Recent data shows that death rates from unintentional falls for seniors have been rising significantly, and in some age groups, they have more than doubled over the past couple of decades. Now, it's easy to hear these numbers and think of them as just statistics. But behind every single one is a person. A mother, a father, a grandparent, a neighbor. And the consequences of fall are far from minor. They can be devastating. Physically, a fall can lead to severe injuries. We're talking about broken bones, with hip fractures being one of the most common and life-altering. In fact, more than 95% of hip fractures in seniors are caused by falling. A fall can also cause traumatic brain injuries, deep cuts, and damage to internal organs. The recovery process can be long, painful, and often requires hospitalization, surgery, and extensive rehabilitation. For many, mobility is never the same again. About half of the people who could walk before breaking their hip from a fall are unable to walk as well afterward, even with treatment. But the impact goes far beyond the physical. There are deep psychological consequences. After a fall, it's incredibly common to develop what we call a post-fall syndrome, a very real and powerful fear of falling again. This fear can be paralyzing. It robs you of your confidence. Suddenly, simple things you took for granted, like walking to the mailbox, going grocery shopping, or visiting a friend, become sources of anxiety. You start to limit your movements. You stay home more. You give up hobbies and social activities that once brought you joy. This self-imposed isolation is a trap. As you become less active, your muscles get weaker, your joints get stiffer, and this, in a cruel twist, actually makes you more unsteady and increases your risk of falling again. It's a vicious cycle that's incredibly hard to break. This leads to the third major consequence: losing your independence. A serious fall can be the single event that transitions someone from living a fully independent life to needing daily assistance. It can mean relying on family for basic needs, hiring in-home care, or even moving out of a beloved home into a healthcare facility. It's a loss of autonomy and control that can be profoundly distressing. So I want to be perfectly clear. Falls are not a normal or acceptable part of aging. They are a serious, preventable health crisis. And one of the most significant yet often overlooked factors is right under our feet: our footwear. Studies have shown that in about half of in-home falls, the person was either barefoot, wearing only socks, or in slippers. Those soft, comfy slippers we love, they're one of the biggest culprits. They often lack any of the essential features for stability, like a secure fit or a grippy sole, making them a documented risk factor for falls and fall-related injuries. This is why we need to change our entire mindset about shoes. Which brings me to our next section. Let me ask you to do a little thought experiment. When you get into a car, what's the first thing you do? You put on your seatbelt. You don't think about it as a fashion accessory. You don't care if it's the most comfortable thing in the world. You see it for what it is: a critical piece of safety equipment designed to protect you. This is exactly how we need to start thinking about our shoes. Your footwear isn't just an accessory. It's not just about comfort or style. For a senior, your shoes are one of the most important pieces of safety equipment you own. They're your seatbelt for walking. They're your first and best line of defense against a life-altering fall. I often use this analogy with my patients. Think of your shoes as the tires on your car. Your feet connect your body to the ground, just like tires connect a car to the road. You'd never dream of driving in a rainstorm with old, bald tires that have no tread. You know that would be incredibly dangerous. So why would you walk across a potentially slippery kitchen floor or a wet sidewalk wearing shoes with smooth, worn-out soles? The principle is exactly the same. The grip, structure, and support of your footwear directly determine your stability with every single step you take. For too long, the main reason people, especially older adults, choose shoes is perceived comfort. We lean toward what feels soft and pillowy. I call this the comfort trap. A shoe might feel soft and cozy, like a plush slipper, but that unstructured comfort is often a wolf in sheep's clothing. It gives you zero support, zero stability, and no secure connection to your foot. We have to learn to tell the difference between this risky, unstructured comfort and true, supportive comfort. A genuinely comfortable shoe is one that supports your foot's natural structure, aligns your body correctly, and gives you a stable base to walk on for hours without pain or fatigue. This is why we've created this checklist. It isn't about finding one magic shoe. It's about giving you the knowledge to become your own safety expert. We're going to build this checklist together, one point at a time, and I'll explain not just what to look for, but why it matters and how to test for it. By the end, you'll have a clear framework you can take with you anytime you think about footwear. You'll be able to confidently look at any shoe and know if it's a tool for empowerment or a potential hazard. Let's start building that checklist. All right, it's time to get to the heart of it. Grab a middle notepad, because we're going through the 8 critical features your shoes must have to keep you safe and stable. Checklist point number 1, a slip-resistant, high-traction sole. This is, without a doubt, the most important feature. The sole is literally where the rubber meets the road. It's the single point of contact between you and the ground, and its ability to grip the surface is everything in preventing a slip. A slip happens when there isn't enough friction between your shoe and the floor, especially on common surfaces like wet kitchen or bathroom tile, polished hardwood, or a dewy sidewalk. So what makes a sole truly slip-resistant? It's all about 2 things, the material and the tread pattern. First, the material. You want soles made from a high-quality, soft rubber or a material like EVA. A simple way to get a feel for it is to press your fingernail into the material. A good, grippy rubber will have a little give to it. It will feel slightly soft and tacky. If you press on the sole and it feels hard, slick, and plasticky, that's a huge red flag. Hard plastic soles offer very little traction and are a major slipping hazard. Avoid them. Next, and just as important, is the tread. The pattern of grooves on the bottom isn't for decoration, it's for engineering. A smooth, flat sole is the most dangerous design possible. If you step on a wet surface with a smooth sole, a thin film of water gets trapped underneath, and you essentially hydroplane, just like a car with bald tires. The safe tread pattern will be deep and multidirectional. Look for patterns with squiggles, circles, squares, or hexagons. These create many different edges that can bite into the ground from multiple angles, maximizing your grip as you walk and turn. They also create channels that whisk water away, letting the rubber make direct contact with the ground. So, when you pick up a shoe, flip it over. Look for a tread that is aggressive and covers the whole sole. If it's smooth or has just a few shallow lines, put it back. It's not safe. How can you test this in the store? Don't be shy. Ask to walk on a smooth part of the floor. Feel how the shoe grips. Try to gently twist your foot. A good sole will resist that twist, while a bad one will slide easily. And regularly check the shoes you already own. Over time, that deep tread will wear down. Once the pattern is smooth and faded, especially at the heel and ball of the foot, the shoe has lost its most important safety feature. It must be replaced. No matter how comfortable it feels, a shoe with a worn-out sole is a fall waiting to happen. Checklist point number 2, a low and wide heel. The heel design is fundamental to your stability. Think of your body like a tall building. It needs a solid foundation to stay upright. An unsafe heel can completely throw off your balance. There are two critical rules for a safe heel. It must be low and it must be wide. First, let's define low. For the best stability, the heel height should be less than 1 inch. Why? As you raise the heel, you pitch your entire body forward. This shifts your center of gravity and forces your knees and hips out of alignment. A higher heel also reduces how much of your foot touches the ground, making you less stable. Anything over 1 inch is significantly increasing your fall risk. This means traditional high heels and even many comfort wedges are off limits. The second rule is that the heel must be wide. A wide, broad heel base creates a much more stable platform. Think about the difference between trying to balance a narrow champagne flute versus a wide coffee mug. The mug is far more stable because of its wide base. The same goes for your shoes. A narrow heel like on a stiletto or even a kitten heel creates a tiny, unstable point of contact. It's incredibly easy to roll an ankle or lose your balance. So, when you're looking at a shoe, look at it from the back. The part of the heel that touches the ground should be nice and broad, at least as wide as your own heel. You want a solid, blocky foundation. And let's bust a myth. A completely flat shoe with no heel isn't always the best choice either. A very thin, flat sole often has poor shock absorption and can strain the Achilles tendon. The ideal design is a shoe with a very low, broad heel, in that sweet spot of 1 inch or less that gives a tiny bit of lift and a solid, stable base. That's the gold standard for balance. Checklist point number 3, a secure fit and fastening system. This seems obvious, but it's where people make dangerous choices, especially for shoes worn indoors. A shoe can only support you if it's securely attached to your foot, if your foot is sliding around inside, or if the shoe itself can easily slip off. It's become a tripping hazard. The number one enemy here is the backless shoe. This includes most slippers, mules, clogs, and flip-flops. Why are these so dangerous? With no back, your toes are forced to constantly grip and claw at the sole to keep the shoe on as you walk. This creates an unnatural, shuffling gait. You don't lift your feet as high, which dramatically increases the risk of tripping on a rug or an uneven surface. The shoe can also just slide right off your foot. Studies directly link wearing backless footwear, like slippers, to an increased risk of falls. So, rule number 1, the shoe must have a closed back. The second part is an adjustable fastening system. This means laces, Velcro straps, or buckles. These let you customize the fit to your foot's unique shape, locking it into place and preventing it from sliding around. This creates a stable connection, so the shoe moves as one with your foot. If tying laces is a challenge, Velcro straps are a fantastic alternative. They provide the same secure, adjustable fit, but are much easier to manage. Look for shoes with 1, 2, or even 3 straps to get the fit just right. What about slip-on shoes? Be very careful here. While some well-designed, full-back slip-ons with strong elastic can be okay, many are simply too loose. If you can kick the shoe off your foot with no effort, it's too loose to be safe. Finally, getting the right size is critical. Always try on shoes late in the day. Our feet naturally swell, so a shoe that feels great in the morning might be too tight by evening. And always wear the type of socks you'd normally wear with them. There should be about a ½ inch of space, roughly a thumb's width, between your longest toe and the end of the shoe. It should feel snug around the heel but not tight. A good shoe should feel comfortable right away. The old idea that you need to break in shoes is a myth. We're halfway through our checklist. If you're finding this helpful and feeling more empowered, do me a quick favor and tap that subscribe button below. It's free, and it helps this channel reach and protect more seniors who really need this information. Thank you. Now let's get back to it. Checklist point number 4, proper arch support and cushioning. If the sole is the tire, then the arch support and cushioning are the car's suspension system. This is what absorbs the shock of every step and keeps your foot and your whole body properly aligned. Without good support, your feet can get tired and sore, which changes the way you walk and increases your fall risk. Let's talk arch support. The arch is your foot's natural spring, designed to absorb impact and distribute your weight. As we age, tendons can weaken and arches can flatten. That's why good arch support in a shoe is so important. It holds your foot in a neutral alignment and prevents it from rolling inward, which can cause instability all the way up to your knees, hips, and back. How do you check for it? Use the twist test. Hold the shoe at the heel and toe and try to wring it out like a towel. A supportive shoe will be firm and resist twisting through its middle. If you can easily twist it into a spiral, it has no support. It's like trying to build a house on a jelly foundation. Next is cushioning. Good cushioning in the shoe's midsole and insole acts as a shock absorber, dampening the impact on your joints. This is crucial for anyone with arthritis or joint pain. As we age, the natural fatty pads on the bottoms of our feet also get thinner, so we have less built-in cushioning. A well-cushioned shoe helps replace that. You can often see the cushioning as a thick layer of foam, the midsole between the top of the shoe and the rubber bottom. Look for a substantial midsole. Also, take out the removable insole. Is it a flimsy piece of foam? Or is it a more substantial, contoured pad? A good insole makes a huge difference. You can also buy over-the-counter orthopedic insoles to add support and cushioning. And if you have specific foot conditions, a podiatrist can be a game changer. Remember, you need both. Arch support provides the structure, and cushioning provides the comfort and shock absorption. Checklist point number 5, a roomy and protective toe box. The front part of the shoe that covers your toes is the toe box. Its shape and size are incredibly important for balance. Many fashionable shoes are too narrow and pointed at the front, and this is a huge mistake. Your toes play a vital role in balance. They naturally spread out, or splay, to create a wider base of support and grip the ground. Think of it like a tripod. A wider base is always more stable. If your toes are crammed into a narrow toe box, they can't function properly. This shrinks your base of support and makes it harder to stay balanced. A narrow toe box can also cause painful foot problems like bunions, hammer toes, and corns. These conditions make walking painful, which leads to an unsteady gait and a higher risk of falling. For seniors with diabetes, this is especially critical, as a tight toe box can cause pressure sores that lead to serious complications. So what should you look for? A toe box that is both wide and deep. It should be shaped like a human foot, not a torpedo. A wide toe box lets your toes lie flat and spread out naturally. When you're standing in the shoe, you should be able to wiggle all your toes freely. As we said before, there should be about a ½ inch of space between your longest toe and the front of the shoe. If your toes are squished from the sides, the shoe is too narrow. Many brands offer shoes in different widths, like wide or extra wide. Don't be afraid to ask for a wider size. Sacrificing your stability for a shoe that looks sleek and narrow is a terrible trade-off. Checklist point number 6, a firm and supportive heel counter. We've talked about a closed-back shoe, but there's another key detail, the heel counter. This is the small, internal plastic piece that reinforces the back of the shoe and cups your heel. You can't see it, but you can feel it. Its job is to be firm and rigid to lock your heel in place and stop it from wobbling. Think of the heel counter as the frame that holds your heel securely. It provides critical stability and prevents your ankle from rolling, which is a common cause of sprains and falls. If the back of the shoe is soft and flimsy, your heel can slide around, making your whole foot unstable. This is another reason why soft slippers are so dangerous. They usually have no heel counter at all. So, how do you test for one? It's simple. Use what I call the pinch test. Grab the back of the shoe right at the heel and give it a good squeeze. In a supportive shoe, this area will feel very firm and rigid. You won't be able to compress it much. If you can easily pinch the sides of the heel together, the shoe has a weak or non-existent heel counter. It offers very little stability and should be avoided. A firm heel counter, combined with a secure fastening system, works to create a heel lock, ensuring your foot and shoe move as one stable unit. Checklist point number 7, a lightweight and appropriately flexible design. The weight and flexibility of a shoe have a surprisingly big impact on your energy and the way you walk. We want a shoe to be supportive, but not heavy and clunky like a ski boot. First, weight. A heavy shoe requires more energy to lift with every step. Over a day, that adds up to serious fatigue in your legs and feet. When your muscles are tired, you're more likely to shuffle your feet instead of lifting them, which is a major trip hazard. Look for shoes that feel solid, but not burdensome. Modern materials can make shoes both supportive and surprisingly lightweight. Next, flexibility. This is where people get confused. Remember the twist test? The shoe should be rigid through the middle. That's still true, but a shoe needs to be flexible in one specific place, at the ball of the foot. A natural walking motion involves rolling from your heel to your toe. As you push off the next step, your foot has to bend at the ball. The shoe must bend with it. If the shoe is too stiff, it fights your foot's natural movement, leading to an awkward gait and even foot pain. You can easily test for this with the bend test. Hold the shoe and press the toe upwards. A well-designed shoe will bend easily right where your toes bend. It shouldn't be floppy, but it should have a smooth flex point. If the shoe is extremely hard to bend, or if it bends in the middle of the arch, that's a sign of poor design. So, the ideal combination is a shoe that is firm and resists twisting through the middle, but is flexible at the ball of the foot. Checklist point number 8, breathable materials. Our final point is about the materials used in the upper part of the shoe. While it might not seem directly related to falls, it's vital for overall foot health, which absolutely affects your safety. Your feet sweat a lot. If your shoes are made from non-breathable materials like some plastics or vinyls, moisture gets trapped. This creates a warm, damp environment, the perfect breeding ground for fungus and bacteria, leading to things like athlete's foot. More importantly, that moisture can soften your skin, making it more prone to blisters. It can also cause your foot to slide around inside the shoe, compromising that secure fit we've been talking about. Now that you have the 8-point checklist, let's talk about how to use it and avoid some common mistakes. Pitfall number 1, the indoor footwear trap. As we've discussed, the biggest mistake many seniors make is what they wear inside their own homes. A huge number of falls happen at home, often due to flimsy slippers, socks, or going barefoot. The belief that you don't need real shoes indoors is a dangerous myth. Your floors present risks. It's so important to have a dedicated pair of indoor shoes that meet all the criteria on our checklist. They need a non-slip sole, a closed back, a secure fastening, and good support. Don't just use old, worn-out outdoor shoes. Get a specific pair you only wear inside. This keeps your floors cleaner and keeps you protected where you spend most of your time. Pitfall number 2, confusing softness with safety. This is the comfort trap. Many people think a soft, squishy shoe is comfortable. While it might feel nice for a moment, that lack of structure is a recipe for instability. True, safe comfort comes from a shoe that supports your foot structure, not one that collapses around it. Remember the twist test and the pinch test. A safe shoe needs to be firm. Don't fall for a shoe that feels like a pillow but offers no protection. Pitfall number 3, not replacing shoes often enough. Even the best shoe has a limited lifespan. The materials that provide cushioning and support break down over time. The rubber tread wears away. A once safe shoe can become a hazard. You need to become a shoe inspector. Once a month, check your regular shoes. Look at the tread. Is it worn smooth? Look at the midsole from the side. Can you see deep wrinkles or cracks? Place them on a table and look from behind. Do they lean to one side? These are all signs the shoe is worn out and needs to be replaced. As a rule of thumb, walking shoes you wear regularly should be replaced at least once a year, maybe more if you're very active. Pitfall number 4, shopping online without a plan. Shopping for shoes online is tricky. You can't do the bend test, the twist test, or feel the materials. Most importantly, you can't try them on to ensure a perfect fit. If you must shop online, stick to brands and models you've worn and trusted before. If you're trying a new brand, make absolutely sure the retailer has a free and easy return policy. Read reviews, but be critical. Look for comments about fit, grip, and support, not just style. Whenever possible, it's best to go to a physical store where you can try the shoes on and put them through our checklist test yourself. So there you have it, the definitive footwear checklist. Let's recap. A safe shoe has A slip-resistant sole with a deep tread. A low, wide heel under 1 inch. A secure, closed-back fit with an adjustable fastener. Firm arch support and good cushioning. A wide, deep-toe box. A firm heel counter that you can't easily pinch. A design that's lightweight but flexible at the ball of the foot. And finally, it's made from breathable materials. This isn't just about avoiding a fall. This is about empowerment. It's about having the confidence to walk to the mailbox, play with your grandkids, or go for a walk in the park without fear. The right pair of shoes is a powerful tool. It's a tool that helps you maintain your mobility, your health, and most importantly, your independence. It puts you back in control. I hope this guide has given you the confidence you need. For more tips on improving your safety and mobility, be sure to watch this next video on simple exercises to improve your balance at home. It's the perfect companion to this guide. And if you haven't already, please click that subscribe button for more expert advice to help you live safely and independently. Stay safe, walk confidently, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Hit the bell icon for the daily updates. Please do like, subscribe, and share with your friends.